Hi viewers. In this video, we are going to look at function-based views, and after that, we will see how to interact with the database using these views. Following this, we will look at HTML templates. Finally, we will see how to display the retrieved data using the Django template language. So watch the video without skipping. First, what is a view? A view is just a Python function or class. This view receives the request and returns a response. Usually the response will be HTML content, or it could be JSON content or file responses. We can create these views in two ways. The first way is function-based views. These function-based views are simpler and easy to understand. The second way is class-based views. These class-based views are more reusable and a little complex. So in this stage, we are going to look at function-based views. As I already mentioned, they are simpler and easy to understand. To create this, I will open views.py.
As soon as I open it, you can see that I have already created a simple text response using views. Now we are going to see how to return HTML content as a response using the render function. The render function will be imported by default. So now I will create a view. This view is the product list view. So for that, I will define function. For that, I will type def product_list request. Close the function definition. As I already mentioned, the view will take the request as an input. As I already mentioned, it must definitely return a response. What response? An HTML response. We are going to use the render function for that. Render function. This render function will take the request as input. Okay, next, we need to specify the HTML template path. For that, products/productlist.html. We haven't created this HTML file yet, we will create it later. Next, if we need to send any context, we can specify it here. In our case, we are going to send it. So for that, first I will import the model from .models import product. I have already created the product model and posted data to it. So the video for that is already posted. You can watch it.
Now, we are going to retrieve data in these views from the product table we imported. So for that, I will create a products variable. Products equals product.objects.all. I will retrieve all the records. I am going to send this data here as context. So for that, a dictionary. Inside that, I will create a key called products. Inside that, I will pass the variable we created. Okay, so now we have finished creating the view. So now we need to set it up in the URL. Let's do that. Before that, we need to create the HTML template. For that, I will go to the app folder. Inside that, I have already created a folder called templates. This folder was created when I explained the folder structure. In case you haven't created it, you can use the Create Folder icon to create templates. Please make sure to create it without spelling mistakes so that it will work.
Inside this templates folder, I am going to create another folder, which is products. Okay? Inside this products folder, I am going to create the HTML file, that is product_list.html. I will create the file. You might have a question, why create the app folder inside the templates folder? Django follows this for best practices. What is the benefit of this? In case you want to maintain front-end codes and template and global template folder, like cut HTML files with parent folder, paste to the global folder, and you are maintaining 5 app folders in your website, then you will have individual app folder names. You can easily manage it. That's why they recommend creating the app folder name inside the templates folder. Now, let's create an HTML template snippet. Type HTML, and you will see HTML:5. When you enter it, a basic HTML snippet will be created here. Inside that, there will be 2 sections, head and body. In the head, we can set the title. Here it says document. Instead of that, I will set it as products. This title will be displayed in the Browser tab.
Next, in the body, I will create an H1 tag. Here, we are going to display the product list. So I will give the header as product list. To list every product, we are going to create an unordered list, UL. Okay, UL. Inside this, we are going to create list items, LI. So for that, LI. In this, we are going to display the product name and its price, and we are going to display it as clickable. For that, I will use an anchor tag, A. For the href, I will give a hash for now. We will set it later. We have done all this, but we are supplying the data for this here in the views as products. We are supplying it under the key products. How to convert Python dictionary data to HTML data. For this, we need to use the Django template language. This language uses keywords that are almost similar to Python, but the syntax changes slightly. Now I will loop through all these products. I will write the syntax for that. So, for that, above the list item, I will open a curly bracket. Inside that, the percentage symbol. Inside that, for product in products. This products is the one we passed as the key in the dictionary.
So the syntax will look like this. If you are writing any statement, it must be inside the curly bracket and the percentage symbol. Similarly, in Python, we don't write a close statement, but for the Django template language, we must write it. So below, I will open a curly bracket again, enter the percentage symbol, and give end for. So which means we are ending this for loop. Every time this for loop loops, it will create one list item. It will display the product name and then the product price. So for that here, I will open a curly bracket. Inside that, I will open a double curly bracket. Why do we use this double curly bracket? If we are going to use any variable, we must use the double curly bracket here. Inside that, product.name, hyphen, I will display the price. For that, I will write rs, again a double curly bracket, product.price. So now we have created a template. I will save it. We still haven't specified the path to navigate to the product detail page. We haven't created the product detail page yet. We will do that and then specify it here. I will save it. Next, we will configure this view in urls.py. For that, I will open urls.py, which is in this app. Here, a home view is already linked. Similarly, I will copy that and paste it below. Paste it, and I won't give any path for this, okay? Here, I will give the name as product_list. Sorry, small letter. I'm not giving any path here. Similarly, for the views, I will import the view we just created, product list, and paste it here, paste it, and save it. So now we have completed the setup. How will this work? When the user enters this path in the browser, or clicks on it, Django will scan all the urls.py files in our website and run the corresponding view. If not, in case the name is used, it will scan this name and run the corresponding view for us. So for that, I will open views.py. This function is going to be executed for us. The request argument here will send the URL routes to us. After that, we are returning an HTML response. Before that, we are retrieving the data from the database. That is, we retrieve all the data in the product table. After that, using the render function, we pass the data to the template we created, and Django sends the complete HTML response to the user, that is, to the browser. This request argument holds the types of methods, then headers, and then payload data. We will discuss this step by step in future videos. The next step is to create the product detail page, so we will create that. For that, first we will create a function, def product detail, request, pass the request argument. Okay, here we are going to return the render function inside that request, comma,
products/product_detail.html. So the context is product. This product will be retrieved from the model. This is for an individual product. To get this, we have a function, getObject or 404, which means page not found. I will import this function. For this product, I will create a product variable. Inside that, getObject or 404. The product we imported, we have already imported the product model here, so we will specify that product model. Here, we are going to get a particular record that is primary key equals primary key. This primary key will be passed to us by the URL routes. It is throwing an error.
To fix this error, add pk to the view's input arguments.
The URL routes will pass it to us from the input parameter. Using that, we can filter and get a particular record in the product table. I will pass this product variable to the context dictionary. So now we have created this view. We will set up its URL path. For that, I will go to urls.py. I will copy the path for that, copy and paste it below. The view for this is product detail. I'd created it.
I will import it and add it to the relevant path function and type product / in the path string. Get a particular record. To get a particular product ID, we will use a dynamic path converter. For that, I will open an angle bracket. Inside that, I will type int : pk. Then I will give another /, give it and save it. That is, this pk will be taken as input to us in the views as pk. Using this input, we will get that particular record. In case it is not available, it will throw an error here, page not found, 404. This error will be sent to the browser via the context. Now, we will create the template for this. For that, in the templates folder, under the products folder, I will create an HTML file that is product_detail.html. As we saw earlier, HTML5, I will create the snippet for that. Here, product detail, I will enter it. Inside this body tag, we are going to write the product detail content. So for that, in the h1 tag, inside the double curly bracket, I will enter product.name. Next, I will open a paragraph tag. In this, we are going to display the price, so price : rs. I will open a double curly bracket. Inside that, product.price. Below that, I will open a paragraph tag again. This is for description. Hyphen. Inside that, I will open a double curly bracket. Product.description. Again, I will open a paragraph tag. I will mention how much stock is available for the product.
Stock hyphen.
For that, I will open a double curly bracket. I will call product.stock. I will give proper spaces. So now we have mentioned the details for this product. Now, to navigate to the product listing page, I will create an anchor tag. So here, go to product list page. To navigate this, we will specify its URL. We can specify this through the Django template language. I will open a curly bracket, %, using the URL function, the name we specified. In urls.py, for the product listing page, we gave the name as product list. I will copy that name and paste it here. Now, when the user clicks on this link, it will go to the first product list page we created. Similarly, in the product list page we already created, we had closed the href in the anchor tag as empty, so we will specify that now. For that, I will open a curly bracket, %, URL, the URL name. This name comes from urls.py. The name we gave was wrong here. I will change it to product detail. Save it and copy this product detail. Paste it here. OK. Similarly, we are going to see a particular record's detail page. So for that, product.id, this is what we are passing as the primary key. Okay, so now when the user clicks this, it will go to the URL routes here, and then this primary key will be applied. After that, when it comes to the views, this primary key will be passed here.
Okay, next we will run the server and test these two pages. For that, python manage.py run server. I will enter it. When I enter it, the server has run successfully for us. In case your server is already running, you can directly click this. I will click this by pressing Control. Okay, it has opened in the browser for us. In this product list page, there are two products. One is laptop and the other is Samsung Mobile. If I click this, it goes to the product detail page. In that, the first record, the ID is 1. Okay, this product ID will be passed to the view function we created, okay? In that, price, description, stock. After that, we can navigate to the product list page by clicking this list page link. Next, when I click the second product, it goes to that product detail page. Here, the ID is 2. A product name is not displayed as a header on this page. Let's fix that. For that, I will open the product detail template.
Here in H1, I have given the product name. In that, I have typed product wrong. I will save it and refresh the browser here. Now the name is updated properly for us. If I go to the product listing page and click on laptop, it updates to laptop for us. Similarly, we can manually enter this path as well. Here I will enter 2. So Samsung is loaded for us. Similarly, if I enter 3 instead of 2, actually this record is not available in our database, so page not found 404 has come. I will go to the laptop record again.
This is how the Django template language works. By using this Django template language, we can build a dynamic website.
To inspect the HTML, right-click on the page and select Inspect. This allows you to compare your source code with the live HTML in the browser. First, compare it to the product list page that uses a for loop. Then, compare it to the product detail page. This will help you understand how the Django template language works.
Here, I have mentioned the frequently used syntax. If you want to learn more in depth, I have put the official website link in the description. You can use it. So I will end the video now. In the next video, we are going to learn about static files and media. In this, we are going to learn how to use CSS, JavaScript, and image for our e-commerce website. So if you like this video, please like, share, and comment. Subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching this video.